Happy Thursday. So, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today and specifically highlighting really AI and MedEd in 5 minutes. And with the understanding that it doesn't always immediately click for folks how AI and medical education really align. And so, with that, we'll go over MedEd's learning landscape, what Anki is, which is one of the main learning tools. It's free to students. What really is customization for that tool, and what Perplexity is, which is one of the major AI startups and really new services that have shown up, and what those two together can really mean. And again, this tool, Anki, is used really within a lot of higher education. Start off as a language learning app, but it is within every single medical school and is a tool that's very familiar. So it is an important conversation we had across the education space, specifically for how AI impacts with it. All right, so at a very high level, we think of medical education, we think of textbooks typically, but really things have gone digital. And there are a slew of different services, this being one of them, but it's all aimed with a lot of learners and educators about really focusing on the board exams, the licensing exams, and these services, these products being conducive towards that. So the United States Medical Licensing Exam, USMLE 1, 2, and 3, and all these different services, and there are a large number amount, seems like growing almost daily, uh, are all aimed at helping learners and educators get to that goal of passing the boards. So what is Anki? Is a free flashcard application. Think of it as like electronic flashcards. And again, at a high level, you can see on this little browser here, each one of these is a different fact. Again, this looks all very complex and technical. This has been something that I've tinkered with for a long time. So, right, that the goal here is just to understand that this is an electronic flashcard application that one can add as much or as little as they want to. And to that point, specifically, you can have these different tools, these different what they call add-ons to further customize it. And so we have both, there's a few chat GPT iterations, but one specifically that's Perplexity that's been added in that's very interesting. And so what that really means, come here, let's look for, there it is. So at a high level, what Perplexity is, come here, okay, is a really a service of a menu of AI agents or AI models that act in agentic workflows. So please tell me what Anki is being used for within medical education. And I know that a lot of folks, understandably, rightfully so, and really talking about what these sources are and what the biases are for different AI models. So Perplexity, they have really taken a different approach, and one that I seek to emulate, is that it matters a lot less about what the model is and more about what the menu looks like. Because we've reached a point already where models are good enough to be able to really end up using or being used for most of our daily purposes. And then we add in that what's called retrieval augmented generation with sources, trusted sources, and really listing them out, listing these sources so that way ultimately the information that's given can be verified in real time. And so, right, we see what this ends up looking like specifically, and then citing these sources here, which really do end up going directly to, let's see, PubMed, NIH, and as well as really seeing what other people are looking at, right? for these different, for the use case of using Anki with AI specifically and medical education. So what that really looks like with Perplexity then is, so let's see here, let's do start, study. Oh, perfect. So this is a card that's going over a heartbeat. So we're gonna analyze this here. So it specifically ends up looking at speaking to what this murmur is. Now we're gonna stop with that. And again, well, come here, you. 5. There we go. All right, much better. So the important thing, oh, almost forgot here, is that the model is set by the user. And so again, Perplexity is one of the services that I've gotten for free based off of another offer that I ended up pursuing. And so I'm able to have this, but this isn't, it's roughly about 20 bucks a month for the pro service, or it is just, there's also free service. I didn't make this particular add-on, so I'm not certain, but this really allows for a slew of different models to be used. My best estimation is that this is the free service, which does have certain rate limits, but really, again, you have these different AI models in this application, Anki, now that can be used in real time together. And again, that's on any of the different services. So what that looks like, uh, well, again, at a high level is real-time feedback and real-time understanding in terms of these different medical terms, these different medical use cases. And so I think that's a pretty exciting thing. But again, it's something that should be considered and really a central conversation point within uh, that shared group of learners and educators. Because it's not about when is AI can I come to the classroom. It's already there. And it comes down to what schools, what learners, what educators are aware and making sure that it's used as the tool that it is, not a great panacea, versus those who would say, oh, well, we'll know when it's going to be here, because by and large, that has not really been the case. And so it's important to understand really one of the major, this being one of the major tools that is currently really, I think, accelerating the adoption of generative AI more so within the medical learner uh, cohort. And with this, I think we're really excited to be able to offer a solution that helps standardize uh, quality access in a way comparable to what you're seeing today with our Compass services. And so we're looking forward to be able to showcase more of that. And again, these more bite-sized chunks going forward. Until the next one, you take care.